Hi everybody, welcome to the Public John Podcast. How you doing tonight? Oh, this might work a little better. Not really. The Public John Podcast, volume levels are set. We should be ready to go. Hopefully in a couple minutes our Facebook feed will come up and I will be able to chat with you guys. I don't see it yet, but somebody likes my post though. Help receive future posts. Oh, awesome. So, but we'll see in a minute if it comes up. I think there's a little bit of a delay maybe or something. Do you guys see anything yet?
Yeah, I see it.
Do you see it? Am I sideways?
No.
John Harris is with Paul. What do you got? I'm sorry, Cody. What do you got?
Well, let me introduce these guys. Oh, here's something. Oh no, that's not me. Don't know why I'm so delayed. Well, I have an idea why in a minute.
Is it on Paul John?
Yeah, I don't know. Is that where you found it? The public? So either the Public John or John Harris on Facebook.com. Oh, there we go. Look at that fat bastard right in the middle there. Jesus. So here we go. And it says I'm live now, and there's 3 people watching already, and that's probably you 2 guys and who else? But hey, special guest, good friend of mine, Albert Casper. How you doing, brother?
Good. How are you?
We're from
Right.
Casper's Power Washing. Make sure you check that out. And a new buddy, new pal, new friend. I'm waiting here. I'm playing technical stuff too, guys, at the same time, and we all know that I'm a little challenged with that, but we're going to try and fix that up. So, Paul, how you doing?
All right.
Is he Paul right now or Cody?
It's Cody. It's Cody Park, everybody.
He's got his hat on. He's Cody Park. He's got some bruises because, he ran into a pole on the way here, and a crossbar that they had right up on the fence. I couldn't believe it. Margie Homan's watching.
Hello, Margie.
Frank Thon. Hey guys, how you doing, Frank? You know Frank, right? Or
Yep.
Yep. Good guy, Frank. I want to thank a friend of mine for helping me out, Josh Suey, who sometimes helps me produce this little show on occasion. Helped me out with some equipment stuff, and that's why we're able to get on tonight. So thank you to Josh Suey, a little technical guru action. I appreciate it. And thanks to, oh my God, it's over there. So if Josh comes out of his room, I might have to ask him for a favor. Not his room, but his office, and see what we got going here. So Margie says, hey guys, so there we go. We're off and I would say running, but look at me. Do I look like I run anywhere, fellas? I don't think so. You know what I'm saying, Paul? Paul slash Cody slash Paul. Cody first.
That's right.
Poor Cody here. He's been taking a beating all week, and hopefully he'll be okay. So we've got to give me a second, folks, because you're probably getting. Yeah, that might help. I think we had a little probably feedback from the delay, but we should be okay. So if you guys want to interact, share the page, share the feed, do whatever you want to do. Let me know. If you guys get anything, let me know in case I don't get the messages you guys do, or I'm a little delayed. Okay. And you want to respond to them, let me know. We'll take a peek and do what we got to do. We're going to start a new segment tonight. You may have seen this. I can't remember. You and I were talking. The segment, actually.
Yes.
You don't even know what movie I'm going to talk about.
I don't know the movie, but I'm ready to give it a review.
You ready? You got a review to give to it?
Absolutely.
Okay. So we may get bonus tonight, but we're going to do on occasion movie reviews. So I'm going to do a movie review tonight. When I was traveling out west, a bunch of us went and saw Aquaman.
I haven't seen it.
Haven't seen it. There we go. Did you see it yet, Cody?
No.
No, Cody was too busy practicing field goals.
Then obviously
Cody, apparently you should have went and saw the movie. It wouldn't have made a difference. So, oh, that's wrong. Right away.
That's stone cold wrong.
Stone cold wrong. But I did go and see Aquaman with, I can't remember, Momoa. Jason, I believe, is his first name, but Momoa. I'm sure
he's from Dividing Creek.
He's from Dividing Creek, right?
Yes, he is.
He's a
Creek boy.
He's a Creek boy. A South Jersey guy that the ladies are probably drooling over.
Not one bit.
Not one bit. You don't think so? No.
He acts up. He's going to be working for Casper Power Washing like Cody.
Oh no! Well, we got some prospective employees from Casper Power Washing,
right.
And we'll be talking about them in a little bit. They've earned their spot. You got your resume done too, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah, Cody's got his resume done, so that's good. So we got a couple people watching here. We appreciate it. Frank, that's what I was going to say. I think you're right. There's a lot of yeah. I think the girls like the movie. Well, there's enough action in it though. There is. Well, I'll give the official quote unquote Public John podcast review, and then we can go from there.
Stone cold.
Stone cold.
Stone
Stone
cold.
cold. Not just cold.
Stone
Anyway,
cold.
First off, not a bad movie. It's got some action movies. It got some action in it. I think maybe some of it is, well, we know it's all CGI, but a lot of it is action poses and action types of things that you've seen in other movies. As far as the fight scenes and things like that. Some of them actually do, when you suddenly look at them, go, I saw somebody do that in Star Wars. I saw somebody do that here. But in deference to the people directing the movie, there's probably only so many moves you can make physically to make things look like there's something different. But I swear to God, one or two of the moves look like somebody with a lightsaber. Okay, so yeah, exactly. So there's some stuff there, but there was some action in the movie that was pretty good. And don't get me wrong, the ladies are going to love seeing Aquaman. There's no doubt about that. However, there's some eye candy there for the guys if you're only going to visit some scenery. And I will tell you, an outfit that Nicole Kidman had on made her look good. All right, I will. At first I was like, it looks like Nicole Kidman like 20 years ago. There's another female, a leading female in there that is attractive as well if you're going to see those kinds of things. So there's enough scenery there to see it. Special effects, of course, are great. CGI really does look pretty good. But I wouldn't... it's a longer movie, and I think some of the action scenes were a little bit long. But that's my personal opinion. Frank says, Frank Bowden, I don't mean that in a descending way, but I don't see those two guys going to do it. I don't know what you guys, unless you, these two guys going too. Yes, I don't see that. I went because, in all honesty, I read Aquaman when I was a kid and all that stuff. And the story seems a little true to form to some of the comic book stuff. But that's me. I'm to a certain point, and I'm pretty much done. But then again, focus issues. But overall, if you ever notice, guys, we give things a 1 to 5 or 1 to 10 rating. I'm of the opinion, even dating, or if you look at a girl, or if you look at a guy, you go, he's a 6, she's a 7. I have one fucking question, and the answer should always be yes or no. That's it. I don't need to know 4, 5, 6, 7. It's yes or no. Would you or wouldn't you? And the would you question could be, would you date or would you do more? The question to me is, would you? I'm going to say, in most cases, from the viewpoint of a guy, yes. And I've seen a couple females basically almost drooling over the lead. So I'm going to think, in those situations, if you're going for scenery, okay. As far as a movie, a rating, I'm not giving the 5 stars, the 3 stars, the 10 stars. Screw that. It's always going to be, would I recommend it or not? And it all depends on what you're going to look for. If you're going to go look for an action movie, I would recommend it. All right. Like I said, there are a couple flaws for me personally, but I think most people that like the comic book action movie situation will like it. So I would say yes. I'm not going to do the thumbs up, thumbs down. That was somebody's Cisco and Ebert years ago. To me, it's just yes or no. I'm going to go with yes. All right. If you're looking for a rom-com type deal, no. If you're looking for severe, dramatic story, no. But if you're looking to just go have fun, go see a Marvel comic book movie, and enjoy some action, then yes, that's what So there's your very first Public John podcast movie review. Aquaman, I would say yes. But it depends in this case on your preferences and on your style. But it was worth the price of admission. I think mine was free. I think that's why. I think somebody paid my way. So I'm like, here, you want it? No? Okay. So, but no, it was worth the price of admission. And it was good popcorn.
Cody, you gonna go see Aquaman?
Sure, why
Cody,
not?
There you
Cody
go.
Parkey is ready to go see Aquaman. He's going to have a lot of time on his hands in the
There we go.
offseason, and
There we
he's
go.
going to
My
be in
off
some.
season.
And you're
That's
going to see. Frank says he'll go with me to see it. Frank's an actor as well, so Frank can
Yeah.
also point out, oh, look at that, and look at this, and look at that, and look at this. That's done by this. So it might be interesting to go with Frank until a couple people turn around, look at this, and go, "Will you two clowns shut up?" Then I'll be like, then Frank, I think we might have a problem. Hey, Josh Ryan joined. Josh is a comic out of South Jersey, and actually we were on a couple shows together up in New York as well. He's a hell of a funny guy if you get to see Josh Ryan. And so Josh, thanks for tuning in. It's awesome. Margie Homan says, if you like comic books. I think we mentioned that in the review. Yeah, if you like comic books, it was pretty true to the story. So, yeah, if you like comic books, you'll like the movie. If you don't, then you'll probably go, oh, great. But I think there's enough action in it that you'll like it.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I probably won't watch it.
Probably, at least until it gets to DVD.
I
or
would take it
Netflix
to
or something.
TV.
Right, right. Yeah. But it was okay. It was good enough to watch. I'll say that.
That was the popcorn.
Okay. How was the popcorn? It was awesome. And you know what's good about the popcorn at some theaters now? You can buy a never-ending thing of popcorn.
For 50 bucks.
For my pop, no, I don't think it was 50, but you're probably right. You got to put it on layaway. You know you're having too much at the concession
That's
stand,
right.
and the prices are too high when you got to fill out a credit app before you get the butter on the popcorn. You know what I'm saying?
And you're digging your teeth for free.
Yeah, you go. So yeah, you get popcorn and a soda, and you got to put 20% down for your down payment. You know, chances are you're spending too much money on
That's
concession.
right.
I want Twizzlers. Well, you know that puts you over the limit, sir. Puts you over your credit limit, but you can apply to raise the credit limit. I'll pass. Thanks. So yeah, concession, and that's where theaters make their money anyway. It's not on a movie ticket; it's on concessions. So, but there you go. There's your first movie review. It's a yes for Aquaman. There we go. Aquaman. Yes. All right. So there we go. Next thing on the agenda, we've got to talk about, guys. I would say the elephant in the room, but I'm not wearing gray today. Okay, we've got to talk about one of the most important things that we know of, the NFL, the National Football League. Sorry, Cody. Cody Parkey here, our special guest.
He walked here from Chicago.
He walked here from Chicago.
Well,
And,
the Eagles had on.
yes.
As soon as he hit the Pennsylvania Turnpike, he
Yeah,
got
they-
the rock.
Yeah, they gave
All the way
they
down
gave
my
him a
house.
present. Who was it? Was it Brandon Graham at the end when they were coming off the field and one of the reporters was with him and says, "Hey, wait a minute," and he's going, "Thank you, Cody, thank you." So I want to thank you too, Cody.
No problem.
Yeah, no problem. So we appreciate it, Cody. Seriously though, it's ironic. Former Eagles kicker missed, and there was a reason. He was a former Eagles kicker, is because he missed a few field goals in his time, and they cut him a couple years ago, and he's called on. Let's see. What about Foles leaving?
Who cares?
Yeah. Well,
Drew Brees gonna whip his ass this weekend.
well, that may happen, but I don't know. But you got to. But I think it's a good question if you think about it. The guy's got great numbers. He does perform well in the playoffs, and I don't think it's going to be his fault necessarily. If New Orleans is a lot better team. Than
I think all the Eagles fans want to keep Foles.
I don't know. And the
They
Eagles
want to
fans,
see
I want you to know, I'm going to be sitting in a chair or somewhere rooting for the Eagles. There's no doubt about it. I'm hoping they win, but I'm also trying to be a realist, and I really think they're going to struggle against New Orleans. I remember the old New Orleans teams didn't have defense. This one does.
Yes, they do.
They don't have to have a great defense. They had to have a good one. Well, this one's pretty good. And they still have so many weapons on offense that I just think it's too much. Phil Morris joined and said, "What's up, fellas?"
That's my brother-in-law. Phil.
Oh, man. Frank Zahn says, "Ouch, my leg hurts. Wentz go."
Phil will tell you he's a diehard Eagles fan. Phil
is he?
and
Well, Frank is the one that said that, but
Frank's.
we want to say
Actually,
Frank.
we're in Eagles country, which I understand.
Yep.
And
But you're not part of Eagles country.
absolutely,
You're an alien.
I am.
Some would
I
say.
am.
Some would say, if the NFL had a wall around Philadelphia, he would be outside,
Outside,
baby.
outside.
The Trump NFL wall has you on the other side, my friend.
I'm just like last year. I'm
And
not.
we're going to talk about that
I'm not
too,
a
because
hater.
you
I'm
got
not
some
an Eagles
issues.
hater. I'm just a.
So Phil says, "What's up, fellas?" You know, I will say, I'm a Chiefs fan too, so right now it's okay for me.
Absolutely.
But if it ever gets to the Chiefs and the Eagles in the Super Bowl, I'm going to watch fucking bowling.
There you go.
I can't because I won't be able. I'll have a heart attack watching that game because I won't be able to watch it.
It's whitewater rafting season now. I don't watch any
I
NFL. I can't stand the NFL.
It's just too much.
Yeah.
My pal Billy Smith joined. There's an NFL guy. We're actually going to probably watch the Indy Chiefs game together because he's an Indy fan.
I think the Colts will win.
It's good. There you go, Billy. I think you got him.
I think Andy's going to choke.
That's exactly what Billy said. I mean, almost word for word, dude. And I kind of agree. Andy Reid gets a team to this point. Great. But in the playoffs with the Chiefs, he's like 1-9 or 1-7. I saw the statistics this morning. He improves a team. He gets a program to a great point. He gets a reputation better, but can't win the big game. Hasn't won it yet. And has only really taken a team to the Super Bowl one time. So you may be right. As much as I hope you guys are wrong. Frank Thon, New Jersey Devils. Show Casper Power Washing commercial. I don't think we can show it, but we are going to chat about the Casper Power Washing in a little bit. And there you go, Billy Smith. Go Colts.
That's right.
Yep. It's going to be an interesting weekend, I think. So we'll get your guys' picks, maybe.
I'm going to give it to you right now.
Okay.
I'm going to give it to you right now.
Here we go.
The Stone Cold Casper Power Washing.
There we go. Casper Power Washing Stone Cold Playoff.
856-297-2984.
Picks of the week.
The picks of the week.
Go ahead.
We have the Saints.
The Saints and the
Saints and the Eagles. I take the Saints winning 42-17.
42-17.
I take.
Wow. Hold on.
Oh, ask Paul.
I want to talk. Go ahead.
He's a fan.
No,
Paul,
no. Let's. I want everybody's. Alicia Casper says hi. Hi. Actually, she's probably going hi.
Yeah.
And actually, she's probably going hi. I gotta talk to this guy. I can't ignore him.
Paul, give him a score.
Paul, give me a score.
I don't know.
Who are you picking?
I'm going with the Eagles, but
Well, it's a diehard fan, and you know what? There's something to be said for that. I'm with you.
What's the score?
I'm hoping. Do you have a score?
What's the score, Paul?
I
Don't bullshit. Give it to the people. The people are live on Facebook one.
34-21.
34-21 Eagles, according to Paul. Good thing Casper isn't a betting man.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's not going down to AC to drop a whole lot of money on it, is he? You're not either, though, right? No, I didn't think
I
so.
don't put any money on it.
And you know what? I'm not either. So, 27 Eagles, 14 Saints, says Frank Don. Anybody else have a score? Let us know on any of these games. We're going to talk about all of them real quick because it is going to be a football weekend. Playoff time is serious. These are going to determine the conference championship teams.
The reason why I think that score is because I think the NFL is rigged and they're going to throw so many penalties against the Eagles.
There are some people that may.
They want Drew Brees to win.
There are some people that may.
Personally, I think they want Phillip Rivers to finally get to the big game.
That's the one. If the NFL has a conspiracy, that's the one.
And
that
that's
could
Drew
rear
Brees'
its
former team, the Chargers. So they beat the Super Bowl.
You could have. That's there. You go. That's where I was going. Yep.
See, Billy Smith. Look at Billy Smith just wrote.
Billy Smith.
Good job, Billy.
Saints 38-17. He's been picking the Saints all.
Billy's a realist.
Oh, he is absolutely. Let me see.
I just think they're going to cheat the Eagles. That's all. I'm not saying the Eagles are a bad team. They're playing good. But I just think they're going to cheat them.
Well, I just don't think the Eagles have the guns to keep up with the Saints. I'll be rooting for them. Don't get me wrong. But I'm afraid that what Billy and you say is going to happen. It really scares me that it could very well.
Everybody wants $1 coffee.
That's right. Just want my $1 coffee. I got one and it's off camera. I'm over here. I may have to leave camera for a minute and go get it because it's like I put it in a container, but it's a Wawa coffee. Wawa's getting a free goddamn sponsor right now.
Selling bitches.
You bastard. Free plug. But it's over there sitting in a container. I'm like a little kid reaching for the cookie and I can't
reach. Since we're talking about Wawa, I'll throw it out there too. I think their hot dogs taste like shit.
Well, there you go. I've never tasted shit, so I won't have the
I think their hot
comparison.
dogs taste like shit.
Tastes like what crap smells like.
And the Wawa here in Bridgeton?
I don't want to.
See, this is
Here we go.
Alexander
the Great. The Saints
works
win because the weather in the dome is pristine for breeze to throw bombs. That could be. Pristine. That could be true. However, Nick Foles can throw a bomb. We have seen that.
With the barometer.
But,
The barometer's
we
going to be
see.
crazy. It's going to be pristine.
Paul talks too much. Simmer down, Paul. Paul, simmer down. Simmer down. You're gonna slow down, Paul. You're monopolizing the conversation here,
Well,
Paul. We gotta have you simmer
Paul's
down.
saving all his energy because he's got
What's Paul got?
snow removal this week.
Snow removal this weekend.
Merritt snow removal.
Well,
Yeah,
let's-
business this
Let's
weekend.
come back. Merritt snow removal's going in full snow removal
Yeah.
mode this weekend. So here's the deal. Next game. All right, Chiefs, Indy.
Indianapolis 30-24.
Indy 30-24. You heard it here, Paul.
I'm gonna go with Albert on that one.
Same score.
Yeah.
Same identical score. You're original, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah. No, hey, but actually that could be a good score.
30-24.
I'm going to reverse it and say 30-24 Chiefs.
There you go.
But I like the number. But I'm a Chiefs fan. I think it's going to be a close but pretty high scoring game. I think the difference is that the Chiefs might have a little bit more, a couple more weapons. But then again, I am a Chiefs fan and clouded by judgment sometimes. I think it's going to be a close game.
I see Mahomes having his first bad game.
And that could happen.
Interception.
Playoffs and all that. Let me see. Penny Rose Merritt. Yeah, he's quiet there, but he doesn't shut up. Whoa!
That's my wife.
Whoa! I would figure that. If that wasn't your wife. Then who's out? What other woman's at your house? And I hope your wife doesn't find her because she'll be kicked off. So, yeah, that won't be going real well. Billy says Colts 34-24. Thanks, Billy, for tuning in. And you could be right. I really think it's going to be a pretty close game. It's going. I really do. But it's going to be a tough one, I think. Billy and I are going to be sitting there probably yelling at each other, screaming at each other, both wearing our jerseys.
Yeah.
And, we're probably going to throw some pictures on Facebook and all kinds of stuff. But and then next week we'll probably be on together and have a grudge match. Some kind of a bet.
Look, that damn thing's going off.
See, it's going off again, right?
Paul was supposed to bring his the hammer in and beat the shit out of it.
Oh, what happened? I got this insulin pump going off. If it made a noise, you were supposed to whack the crap out of it like whack-a-mole. Beat the crap. Then again, it would probably hit my hip and I'd be walking out of here like this tonight. So, okay. We've got a couple people watching. We want to thank you folks. Please keep tuning in. Right now, we'll take a break right in the middle of our football picks to, hey, Brian Virgilio joined. Thanks, Brian. Right in the middle of the football picks, let's talk about one of the reasons Albert's here. He's technically the official first paid sponsor of the Public John podcast. Congratulations, my friend.
No problem.
Thank you.
Anytime.
I appreciate it.
I thank you for putting me on.
Not a
Second
problem.
time. Appreciate
And I want you to know something, Paul. Here's the deal. This is lucky show number 13. Shut the fuck up. This thing is getting run over in a couple of minutes by a semi right in the middle of Landis Avenue out here. I'm throwing it on the roadway and boom, boom, and then I'm going to pick it up and throw it at the truck move. I hate this freaking thing. Hey, Beth joined. Beth has a limousine service. It's awesome down toward Atlantic City.
Okay.
And you do go to AC. You ever get in a spot where you might have had a couple of libations too many?
That's right.
Beth is a person to call to get you home.
Okay.
You got a Yay Albert. Yay Albert. I'm not sure what that's about, but Yay Albert. There you go. Congratulations for being the first paid sponsor. She's congratulating you.
No problem. Anytime.
Thank you, Albert. He's been a good friend of the show. He's been on before, and just like tonight, we're actually having a good time. And we can tell when John gets excited. That's probably
There it is.
There it is. There it is. That's the excitement mood.
Sit next to goddamn Pac-Man over here.
Yeah. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like Pac-Man just got eaten a bit.
Sit next to goddamn Zelda.
Yeah, right? Oh, man. Let me see. Hey, Chuck, how you doing? Chuck Messina joined. He's a pretty cool guy. He's in a band, actually. He's pretty good. I think it's Stockton, isn't it? Let me know the name of your band, Chaz.
Chaz should make a song for you for the info.
Oh, actually, it's saying on my sugar's low. Well, guess what?
There's Mentos right there.
Oh, wow! One Mentos and I'm good to go.
The fresh maker.
You know, it is. That's true. I probably need it anyway after coffee, so it doesn't matter. I don't care about that. I'm gonna steal a Mentos. There we go. I'm good to go. Thanks. That'll jack the sugar up for a couple more minutes.
Geeked up.
So, Casper Power Washing here in Bridgeton.
Listen.
Very first sponsor. Talk to me, brother.
We are still going.
We're strong
even
through
though-
the winter so far, huh?
I mean,
Wow.
it's been warm.
I was gonna say,
I mean,
40.
just like what Al Gore said that the ozone shit's all getting warmer and everything. He's
Yeah,
still putting money in my pocket because listen, the phone ain't stopped.
That's great.
Yeah, we've slowed down a lot. But
Guys, it's like one Mentos, like
Yeah.
no more. He's right.
Paul will tell you, we made him talk pretty much every day on the phone,
Mm-hmm.
shooting text and everything. I mean, obviously he's my next door neighbor.
Obviously. You, wait a minute. He's your next door neighbor and you still have to text him?
Oh, we work different hours. You go to our regular jobs.
Okay. Alright,
But,
I'll let that go.
But
Cause, you know,
we rock and roll, keep it moving, and tell him, Paul.
tell me, Paul.
What is there to say?
I don't know, but if you pick your head up and face the microphone or face the camera, that'd be fucking awesome. Then whatever you say, it would be heard.
We ain't stop.
Nah,
I
you're
mean,
fine, you're
stop.
fine, buddy. You guys been going full boat, huh?
Yeah,
Man. So how long have you worked for Albert?
on about, I don't know how long it has been.
It's been a long
It's
time.
been a long time.
Wow, so long you can't remember, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. So you guys are all over the place, right? You're still busy.
Cherry Hill to Cape May.
Cherry Hill to Cape May, power washing, everything, guys. Boats, cars, houses. I saw one building that these guys did, and I thought the only way you're ever going to make this building look good is to paint it. But no, Albert himself came out and power washed the heck out of the building, and it looked like it had a brand new paint job. It really did. The difference was night and day between what was done before and what was done after. So I know the people called them, they were there right away. They gave, here's what it's going to cost you. They worked out a great deal, they'll work with you. That's Casper's Power Washing. Give them a call, give them the number again, Albert.
856-297-2984.
That's 856-297-2984.
Get down with the ghost, as Zach Reed would say.
Very sad. Our friend Zach Reed would say, get down with the ghost. That's Casper's Power Washing all over South Jersey here, folks.
Yeah, it's that's like I said, I started in 06.
Mhm.
Just like small, do 2 or 3 jobs here and there.
Mhm.
I think Paul started for me like a year later, and I haven't looked back. Paul, I mean, he's been with me. I haven't looked back. It's getting better, but this
Wow.
is. I mean, look. It's January. I was here on your show. When was that?
Back in December, I think.
December.
Early December.
And now here's almost the middle of
I was going to
January.
say, we're close to the middle of January.
And,
and
I
we're
mean,
still
it's
going
getting a little snow flurries now, but we're still working. I mean, as long as
Yeah, we hit some flurries tonight, right?
like I said, we're going to be slow here the next few weeks. I mean,
Yeah.
it's January. But as long as it stays a little bit warm, like, still keep getting it. People are calling me. They're hitting me up on Facebook. It has been great. Best thing ever is Facebook for me. I blew up on Facebook with this.
Yeah, you know, it's one of the things I'll say about like this podcast and some other things, like some of the comedy stuff I've done, is Facebook really, I hate to say it, but it almost replaces websites.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still good to have a website, but if you want people to see you, as far as getting it out there and getting that exposure, I really think Facebook is almost the way to go to at least get your business started.
And what I'm going to
A
do,
website's for somebody looking for something.
Right, specific.
quit
right?
talking so much. Shut up over there.
You talk, Paul. Don't let this guy bully you. If I wanted to bully you, I'd go back to school. If I wanted to bully, I'd go look at my old man, you prick. All right, go ahead, talk to me.
You're on Facebook scrolling on. Casper's Power Washing. Our house is looking kind of dirty. Why don't we give them a call and get a free estimate from them?
There you go,
I'll
and
tell
that's
you.
right.
Something that you're not even
That's
looking
right.
for, and you come across
And you come
it.
across it. See, that's a good point right there, and that's what
Awesome
Facebook
man.
does. You see,
He's
he
a
doesn't
man.
have to
He's a
say a
time
whole lot, but he makes strong
He
ass
hits,
points.
he hits the point.
He
He
hits
knows
the
what
point
time
home.
it is.
There you go, Michael Moyer.
Mike
Albuquerque.
went to school with me and Paul.
Right?
Paul and myself.
Chrissy Iacobelli, a really good friend of mine. Hi, Chrissy. How are you? I hope you're feeling well. I hope you're feeling better. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it, honey. Deanna Glenn. Yo, D, what up? You don't know her? I know her. I know her. And she's cool. All right, so we're halfway through, right? Or close to it with the football games. We still got a couple more to go.
You
don't we?
got 2 more games.
We got 2 more to go. So we had that going. Who else is playing this week? Los Angeles. I almost said San Diego.
That's all right.
But you know what? All the commentators still do it too. You watch ESPN, half the time they don't catch it. They still call them the San Diego Chargers from the National Football League. Who are they playing?
They're playing
New England.
I don't really want to say it, but they're playing Tom.
New England.
They're playing Tom.
They're playing Tom. Despise the New England Patriots.
Absolutely.
I will say.
I was at the Pittsburgh Steelers game and watched Brady throw an interception. It was
Pittsburgh
great.
Steelers, yeah. Oh, it is awesome. It is. I love seeing Tom Brady not being able to move when the rush is on. He looks like a deer in the freaking headlights. You know, he does. He's like, and he throws it away. I miss you too, honey. We'll have to figure out a way to get together or something. I'll give you a call or I'll hit you up or something. But just be careful. I know you got some issues, and I don't want you getting hurt or getting sick. So just be careful out there. Right? It's going to snow, so be careful.
That's right.
Remember, folks, you guys do some not just power washing. You'll do some snow removal too, right?
Paul Merritt snow removal.
Snow removal. So hit me up if you need to get a hold of Paul, and we'll see what happens.
That's right.
Get some snow removal. I don't want anybody falling on the ice or nothing
And
like that.
we'll get you a signature from Cody Parker.
There you
too,
go.
guaranteed.
So you're watching the Public John podcast, or you're listening a couple of days later on iTunes or on Google Play, or on Facebook Live, and also, hopefully, on wildfireradio.com. You can hit the search field, put in the Public John, or you can actually go direct to wildfireradio.com /the-public John the-public John. I know, kind of long to remember, and it's all going to be on our Facebook page. So that's cool.
Randy.
So you never
Randy's
answered the
watching.
question. We got Randy's watching.
My boy Randy's watching.
Okay, so you guys are ahead of me a little bit, I think.
My mentor.
You
Randy.
probably are. You're probably ahead of me on this thing. But hey, your mentor.
That's my mentor at the prison. That's
Awesome.
my man.
Alex Andrew the Great. I love that name. Is this the year Phillip Rivers finally gets his ring?
Absolutely.
According to Albert Casper, due to the NFL conspiracy, that would be a big fat yes.
24-23 Chargers.
24-23 Chargers over the Patriots. Paul, you got a guess on this?
I don't even have a guess.
Come on, you got to come up with
I
something.
won't be watching that game.
You want? Neither will I. That's why you got to come up with something. Just pick a number. Come on, pick a team.
I couldn't.
Heads or tails?
Tails.
Tails. Oh, it's the Chargers. Okay, you got a score?
24.
24. Drum roll, please.
24-16.
24-16 San Diego, according to Paul. What do we got? Mike Moyer says no way on the Phillip Rivers question. Billy Smith says the same thing. No. I'm thinking, as much as I despise New England, I just don't know if San Diego has quite enough offense. I mean...
To beat Brady?
I know, yeah. Because if anything, it'll be a shootout. If it's a shootout, I think New England wins.
They're going to get penalties, but I think they're going to win by 4.
I think New England's going to win as well, unfortunately. I think it's a little bit higher score. I think it's going to be like 27-20. I hope I'm wrong when it comes to that pick, because like I said, I despise New England. The only thing I will say is I think if Kansas City has to play somebody, I'd rather, me personally, they play New England, because they lost once to the Chargers. The other game was close, and I think they can beat New England, because I think those two teams would have to outscore each other, where the Chargers might have a little bit more defense, and they beat the Chiefs last time out. So,
see what Mike wrote, KC's going to big day.
Unfortunately, KC is going to the big stage. Unfortunately, Mike, come on. What do you mean unfortunate? Come on.
Well, what do you think about the Cowboys and Rams?
Oh, we're going to those games as well. That's the last game we got to pick, right? Cowboys and Rams. Let's go there. Paul, we'll start with you this time. Cowboys, Rams. It's in LA.
I don't don't even know. I don't like the Cowboys either.
I hate the
I
Cowboys.
can't stand
Despise them. You know what game I would never ever want to watch because I couldn't give a rat's ass? New England and Dallas. If they played each other, unless it meant something to one of my teams, I could give a rat. I get that. I don't like them.
We'll go power washing.
I would
Super Bowl
actually.
Sunday.
You guys, anybody watching knows that I am not a fan of manual labor. I would probably go help Albert Casper
You hear it
power
right now.
wash something. I
There
said
you
probably.
hear it.
No, I said
Super
probably.
Bowl Sunday, if it's the
If
Patriots
it's the Patriots and the Cowboys,
John Harris's ass is going to have a power washing wand in his hand.
I'd
He's going
say,
to be getting it.
you know what? And I probably will, and I'll let Albert Casper take pictures and post
He's
that
going to
shit.
get it.
Because
Go on and get it,
and
boy.
we're going to make sure it's during
He's
the
going
time.
to be doing the decks.
Yeah, he's
no,
doing the decks.
No, I hear the decks are not good. I might come over and watch you guys do the decks going, ooh, that looks like work. Fuck that. But that's what we're going to do because I would rather, go try and do some manual labor that day.
Somebody called me.
Watch
He's a
this
deck
game.
power wash Super Bowl Sunday. John's ass is going to be
Yeah, my
out
only
there
problem
getting
is-
it.
My only problem is there's 2 or 3 NFL guys whose jobs I'd be taking. I can't take Kareem Hunt's job.
He's
can't-
done. He quit.
He quit
He don't
already.
like ducks.
He don't like that.
No, sorry. His ass didn't like getting up on the roof.
He didn't like get up
No,
on
he
the
didn't
roof.
like
heights.
Reuben Foster, whose charges are dropped now, so he can
Reuben
come work.
Foster does not want to work for Casper
He
Power
don't-
Wash.
no.
He's not in the manual.
He's
labor.
not in the manual
He'd
labor
rather
either.
Beating women's easier.
Yeah, that's true. There's
Uppercut.
man, we can't even, I don't even want to laugh about
Two-piece.
that because it's bad.
It is bad, but he'd rather do that.
Yeah,
Boom.
jackass.
Then Cody.
Cody Parkey.
Cody.
Hey, Cody Parkey, he's got the thing, right? The
He ain't got a
one.
kick. He ain't got a kick.
You
No,
can hold it up here with the left hand.
That's
Make, just whatever you do, make sure this
He's
hand
going-
don't hit that
he's
upright.
going- He's just going to write doink doink all the
Doink,
houses
doink,
in
doink,
the
doink,
concrete.
doink, doink, yeah. Oh, Cody, that's not good.
Billy Smith. I like the score too.
Rams
Is that-
27-16.
I was going to
Yes.
say Dallas. I was going to say 20.
You're taking Dallas?
No. Rams 28-16.
28-16. So, Billy, I think you're right about. I think the Rams have too much offense for the Cowboys. They've been winning
Actually,
with managing the
I'm gonna be
game.
honest with you, I think their defense, all that money they pay for their defense finally steps up.
It could be. Well, Donald has stepped up all
and
season. Sue's been decent.
Donald,
I think, is going to crush
they
the
got
Cowboys. I really
to
do.
leave. I don't know if he's healthy or not, but I think
And,
the Rams are going
and I think-
to all the
yeah.
Cowboy fans in Cumberland County are going to be quiet. I'm not a hater. Listen, I'm a Steelers fan. I'm not a hater. I'm just keeping it real, people. Don't get mad at me.
What do you got? I know you've been so far trying to get out of this pick, but you got to pick one. Come on.
The Rams.
The Rams. Got a score?
28-17.
28-17 says Paul. 28-17. I'm going to go with the Rams as well. I think it's going to be a little bit bigger. I think it's going to be like 31-13. I do.
I like that.
I think it's a blowout. I think the Cowboys have had their dream. They woke up. Their dream is over. It's time to move on.
So
boys.
who's your NFC Championship game?
So now your
Let me hear
NFC
it.
Championship would, in that case, would then be.
You're picking the Eagles.
Well, I picked the Eagles.
Eagles and the Rams.
Eagles and the Rams.
Eagles at the Rams.
It would be in LA. Now remember though, the Eagles beat LA in LA this year and last year. LA, in all honesty, with the Rams especially, is not a great home field as far as the crowd is concerned.
January 3rd, I will be at Jerry Jones's $250 million guy.
Power washing the decks.
No.
State.
Cody Murphy's gonna be doing all that.
Cody Parker. Cody Murphy.
Who's that?
I
Eddie
don't
Murphy.
know. Okay. Eddie Murphy.
Shout out to you.
Phil Morris says, watch. Jerry Jones called. He wants Casper to come pressure wash that new $250 million yacht. Yeah, watch. Pressure wash it. Yeah. New Orleans versus KC. New Orleans 24-17, says Michael Moyer. That's the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Michael, you know what? You're not that far
He's
off.
a Niners fan, bro.
Is he? You're probably not far off. Jim Grosso, how you doing, Jim? New Orleans 24-17.
So who you got for the AFC then?
Well, there you go.
You got your-
I like
you
the
got
Chiefs.
your-
The Chiefs would go against either the Chargers or the
Chiefs, Chargers.
Patriots.
Chiefs Chargers in Kansas City. I say Philip Rivers wins by a field goal back there.
Now, if so, then I think your NFL conspiracy is right.
Philip Rivers
Because
versus
this
Drew
time-
Brees. I like Philip Rivers, just like
I
my
know
boy
you
Al
do.
said it.
I know.
Philip versus
I know what you said.
Drew.
And I don't want to talk about it anymore.
And Drew wins.
No, I'm a Chiefs fan. I don't want to talk about that crap.
I know. Hey.
But if it happens, then I think I may be done with the NFL, because then that tells you that, you know what? WWE is just as real as the NFL. That's the case.
What? What do you mean wrestling ain't real? Man, Gene Okerlund just saw it. Let me tell you something, brother. Let me tell you something. Alexander the Great, brother. That's from Mean Gene. He won
Drew will pick apart any defense left. He might. If he gets enough protection, yeah, he can pick the defense apart. There's no doubt about that. He didn't get to where he is without doing that. You're right, Michael. So we've got that. So I'm looking at probably could be New Orleans, Kansas City. And I really am afraid, yeah. Where is the Super Bowl this year? Does anybody know?
Bridgeton.
Okay, there we go. Bridgeton, New Jersey.
Woohoo! Little Negro Memorial Field.
Stop it!
Bridgeton High School. That's the name of the field.
I know, but I don't
That's
want
where
to
it's
go.
at.
I know, I don't want to go there anymore. Ever again. No. So we've got that. So I guess I'm saying Kansas City beats the Chargers. I think a very close game. I think like a 27-24 or something. Eventually down the road, and then New Orleans, like we said, they crush whoever. I know what I'm saying. They beat the Cowboys and they beat the Rams. I think they beat the Rams because they're at home, and they would beat the Rams 34-30 in a shootout.
What do you think, Paul?
Paul, who you got in the Super Bowl? You don't have to pick all the games to
I
one ball, but pick a Super Bowl game. You don't even have to pick the winner, Paul.
I don't know.
Okay,
I have no input.
Paul has no input. Thanks for coming on the show, Paul. I appreciate it.
He wants to go do some decks.
All right, then, who do you got?
New Orleans beating the Chargers.
Beating the Chargers. Yeah, that's right. You did
By
say that.
10
2
points.
By 10 points.
Yep.
New Orleans beating the Chargers. So what are you talking about? 20, 30, 31, 21?
31-21.
And that
No,
could-
here we go.
Here we go.
44-34.
44-34. Woo!
New
Man.
Orleans.
New Orleans. New Orleans versus Chargers. New Orleans 24-21.
Alex knows.
Alex
He's a
might-
Giants fan.
He's thinking it's closer, but he's
He's a
picking the
Giants
same
fan.
result as
He's
you.
down with Eli.
He's down with Eli.
That
So there
running
you
back-
go.
That running back they got is phenomenal.
So since we've focused a lot on football here tonight, which probably means we're losing listeners, but I think we're gaining some as well. Pittsburgh Steelers, my friend, I hate to break this to you, I know you love them, but boy, have they got some internal problems.
They were just, I was just reading it earlier today that this whole thing with Antonio Brown
Yeah?
is hype for the media. That there's nothing wrong with him. I mean, that's what it said on the Steelers website thing. So I don't know if it's just a cover up, but Big Ben just restructured his deal.
That's true.
So that means there's two things.
You can renegotiate Antonio Brown's contract and keep him.
$21 million.
The game is in Atlanta, thanks Billy, so the Super Bowl's in Atlanta.
You know who's in Atlanta?
What's
The
that?
Braves. Go Braves.
Go Braves, which is
Braves.
absolutely nothing to do with this freaking show. Nothing. Thanks all.
Thank you, Billy.
Thanks, Billy. Amber Lynn joined. Hi, Amber. How you doing? She noticed she joined after all my swearing.
That's right.
And ranting.
There you go.
But you never know. It could reappear. Jim Comas joined. How you doing, Jim? Nice to see you, man. Nice to talk to you guys. It's been mostly a football conversation, kind of, but with me swearing and having some issues. And swearing a lot. You know what it is? My coffee's still over there. Albert Casper brought me coffee, so the least I could have done was drank it. And it's right here. No. Over here. It's in this gray container right there.
Okay.
The thing that looks like a skinny person's urn if they got cremated. If you think about it. Here it is, folks. If you know somebody that's really thin, you like that one, didn't you, Paul? Paul's got a reaction, folks! Right? If there was look at that delay. If there was a skinny person and they got cremated, this is probably the urn that they would be in. Hence, I will be drinking my coffee out of it.
There you go.
This thing works great. It does.
That's nice.
It was a Christmas present, I think. I know it was over Christmas. It does really work too. I had coffee at 9 o'clock was scalding from that place you mentioned earlier, Wah Wah. And it was still hot later. What's
Wrong
it?
cup. That's
Wrong
Paul's
cup.
spit cup.
That's Paul's spit cup. Ding! Sure. I'll tell you what, there's a speak up on the ironing board. That must be my wife's. Billy Smith said, hey Jim, hey Billy. Billy likes something I must have said. I don't know, whatever it was. But yeah, did you ever hear that joke? It was an old, I can't, oh shoot, I think it was Larry the Cable Guy's joke. Had to do with, oh no, it was Foxworthy. You know you're a redneck if your mama's got a spitting cup on the ironing board. I was like, that's sweet. I was like, you know, you're from South Jersey. You're a piney. if your girl's got a spit cup on the ironing board. So, Paul's demeanor has not changed since elementary school. Is that good or bad, Paul?
Shut her there, boy. Talk too much.
Paul's like, you guys tell me if that's good or bad. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I'm consistent. I'm the same. I've taken Paul as an observer and one of them people kind of like me, except I talk a lot. Paul's more quiet and just observes people and is like, has his opinion of them, doesn't need to get involved in anything. Whereas I have my opinion of them, I tell them, and then I get the shit beat out of me.
I think Paul's great.
Going out on a limb there, since you brought him in as your friend, you asked him, come on, he's going out on a limb and letting everybody know you're good.
No, well, like when I was speaking to you, I said,
talk to me.
is it alright, John, if I bring my side?
And I trusted you.
That man's gotta have Robin.
Yeah, there you go.
Gotta have
there you go.
my man.
Oh, thanks. I'm Robin.
He's Robin.
Robin, Cody, whoever was your name.
He's like, I'd rather be Cody.
There you
They
go.
want to
I
be
bring
Robin.
Cody tonight.
He brought
Kicking
Cody
field
Parkey.
goals. Princeton, Millville, Fair,
Oh
coming through
man,
tonight.
he
Kicking
brought
field goals.
Cody in. He didn't bring in Robin. Let's get that straight. He's like, he doesn't want to be Robin. I don't blame him either, man. I'd be upset too. You know what I'm saying? So, looks like someone is doing the shadow puppets above your heads. That's fine. I don't care. Let up the weasels. Hey, Michael says you're a good dude. He's like, yeah.
I saw
man.
Mike put pictures of his truck the other day. He got an F-150 like Toby Keith.
Oh, right.
Looks nice.
That's great.
Toby Keith drives a Ford like Mike
Yeah.
Warren.
Well, nothing against you, Michael. I'm going to give you a break because you know this guy, but Toby
Knows him
Keith.
too, Toby Keith.
Yeah, but Toby Keith never bought me a coffee or a drink, so I can
That's
just
right.
rat's ass.
You know Toby
okay,
Keith
about
too,
Keith.
John?
I mean, he may have some talent. I have heard the man sing, and I saw him live actually once. In that great hub of country music,
Yeah.
Camden, New Jersey.
Oh,
yeah.
what?
Yes.
Paul loves working in Camden. Tell him,
Yeah.
Paul.
Oh yeah, the town that taught Detroit how to be the homicide.
Yeah.
That's it. So, great show as always. Billy Smith says good night. Thanks, Bill. Billy works midnight, so he's probably getting ready to try and catch a 2-hour nap before he goes to work. So, thanks, Billy. Appreciate it. He'll probably be on with me over the weekend.
There you go.
And he's been on before.
I'd like to know about that.
That's a good deal.
The comedy show again.
Oh, there you go. You know, I couldn't ask for a better guest co-host this evening.
I would like.
We do have a comedy show with Jersey Comedy coming up in Egg Harbor City, January 18th, Friday night. Tickets
9
are
days from now.
9 days
let's
from
go.
now.
I'm
A
going.
week from this Friday, if you're watching us
I'm
live.
going.
January 18th, Egg Harbor City. Tickets are only $10 online. If you have a problem getting them online, let me know, and we will honor your request at the door as long as I know ahead of time. Otherwise, it's $15 at the door. There's no minimum. There is free street parking, and the food there is great. The booze there is great. The prices,
That's right.
the booze
That's right.
is great. It's at Leatherhead Pub, which upstairs is the Leatherhead Comedy Club. And it used to be the old Egg Harbor City Firehouse. It's right on the corner of Route 50 and 30. It's Philadelphia Avenue. When you cross 30, it technically turns into Philadelphia Avenue. But it's Route 50 and 30 right there, Wrigley Building. If you're coming north on the left-hand side, Leatherhead Pub, awesome place.
Cody might be there signing autographs.
Cody
kids.
might be there
Might
signing
be.
autographs and kicking field goals, trying to get them across the street. So please don't set the alarms on your cars because they're going to go off like crazy. Let me see. Paul will be headlining.
There you go.
Paul will probably be heckling if we know Paul. That's more fun for him. Mike says he'll be working in Camden tomorrow. Sorry, Paul.
Sucks to be you.
Yeah, I was just gonna say sorry.
Sorry about you.
Sorry, Paul.
Lock your door. I'm gonna get out of the truck.
I have good news and bad news, Mike. The good news is you're working in Camden. The good news is it's not bad news. It's not me.
Yeah, that's right.
Did my time in Camden, and
No,
I went to police academy in Camden. All right, and they made you wear the the blue sweatpants, big old thing, like a badge. You're running through the street. Our drill instructor was a former Marine drill instructor, and he's like, "You will run here, you will run, because if you do not run here, you will die. Just like in the jungle,
happens.
you will die."
It
And I
happens.
swear to God, I used to tell a thing, but it was true. We started with 27 people. Tell me the wrong, we only had 24.
That's
Three,
right.
we don't know what
Somebody
happened.
got gobbled up.
3 people.
I'm blaming on the cat.
I was at 3 people didn't make it back from safari. It's not good. So I'm there a lot. Never an easy feeling. No. First off, the building you're in could be set on fire at any moment, and that's just the start.
I can tell you, my first year of power washing, I went up there and did a job for a friend, and I had to pay another guy to go there with a gun just to watch
Just
my
to
back
watch it,
while
yeah.
I was right down there by Cooper Hospital.
It's a tough area, but I will
Oh
say
my
they're trying
God.
to get better. They really
Never.
are.
Oh,
But it's a tough area.
no.
But
We're good.
people that taught Detroit and Chicago how to do homicides.
Oh.
Right.
You bring Detroit up. I spent a night at
Uh-oh.
a bus station in Detroit.
Here, there you go.
Uh-oh. At a bus station.
At a bus station.
And you're alive to tell the story.
Yes. The security guard there was carrying a gun. He said, "Whatever you do," I was me and another couple in the bus station overnight. He said, "Whatever you do, don't let anybody in that door. They're trying to rob the ATM." And he got in his truck and rode off.
He rode off.
Rode off. Left me and another couple in the bus station. Go on at night.
And tells you to do his job.
Yeah.
Whatever
Don't
you
let
do.
anybody in the
Don't
door.
let anybody in that
That was
door.
well worth.
Oh
That
my
story
God.
right there,
There
well
it is.
worth me bringing
Paul,
his ass up here
I was
tonight.
going to say, Paul didn't have to say much, but like
That's
we
a
said
quality
earlier, it's
story,
quality
too.
stuff.
Oh my God, that's
Oh
the
my
best.
God. You got a new headline. You got a new listener due to
Buck
Buck
chocolate.
Chocolate.
That's my nickname.
That's your new Buck
Buck chocolate. Melt in your mouth and not in your hand.
Not in your hand. There you go.
That's right.
That's right, guys. Please, and hey, don't be afraid to tune in or like the Public John page, facebook.com/thepublicjohn. Please like that. January 18th, Leatherhead Comedy Club. My friend, urban comedy legend Dave D is going to headline, and you guys will like Dave.
I can't wait to go.
It's going to be a great show. There's some really good comics out there. Danny Madden from Philly, he's really funny. I'm going to host this one. Every once in a while, I'll either host or go on. I'm going to host this one.
Tell some jokes.
Yep, I'm going to go ahead and tell some jokes. We got some stuff. Going to be fun. We might even be able to get you a couple of minutes if you put some jokes together.
We can be able to do
about
something.
3 minutes. We have a
Listen,
Jersey
we're all
comedy.
entrepreneur. We can do a little bit of everything.
Yeah, well, Jersey
Power
comedy.
wash, make
You're
you
a
laugh.
Albert Casper, Renaissance man.
Right, that's
There
right.
it is.
It's going down. Playing from the Himalayas. It's going down.
From he ain't
That was
Obama.
Martin.
He's the Dalai Lama.
That's right.
Player from the Himalayas. There you go.
That's from Jerome from Martin.
There it is.
What's up, player from the Himalayas?
So thanks, Mike. We appreciate it. We are on Facebook.com/thepublicjohn, WildfireRadio.com. It's probably easier to go to the search field and just type in the Public John. Also on iTunes and Google Play, the Public John podcast. Penny Rose Merritt. There you go. Paul has great stories about Michigan. He will talk your ears off.
You know what I'm more mad about, John?
I'm mad that he didn't let
I'm
somebody in. and
I'm more mad about the bitch works for me and ain't never told me that story not one time.
Really?
If I knew he'd have worked in Detroit, I'd have left his ass in Camden at a bus stop.
Compare this to Detroit, bitch.
Oh,
Bus stop in Detroit,
Yeah.
down one in Camden. Which one's better, mother?
yeah.
So that is a cool story.
All of a sudden
Think
now,
about it. Got an armed
I
guard.
got one of the Wu-Tang Clan members working.
Wu-Tang. Yeah. You know what happened?
Wu-Tang, baby, it's going down.
That guy went home and
Protect your
figured,
neck.
I got somebody else do my job. I'm going to sleep. If you don't open the door, nobody get
Exactly.
in. I
That's
did
right.
my job for the night.
Listen, hey, now I gotta hire somebody because Cody over here.
Here we go. This is what's going to happen. We have and I've been trying to get this in, but we're having too much goddamn fun.
Yeah.
At the show, we have what's called a 3-spot for
Okay.
Jersey comedy, and what happens is the 3-spot is you get a person that's never been on stage before, never done a comedy bit. We give them 3 minutes. if they request it, and they want to go up, you get 3 minutes, and you can go up and just do whatever you want to do for 3 minutes. All right. So Paul could sit in a chair and act like he's guarding an ATM. I am from Detroit,
listen,
but you can do if you want to do 3
If
minutes.
I knew he had expertise in stealing ATMs, I wouldn't have to power wash.
Well, no, he wasn't stealing them. He was guarding
it.
He was guarding them. That's what he said.
Same thing.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Bring the bitch home.
I was going to say, you had an opportunity.
You sat there all night. The guard left.
And Paul, follow me on this. If you had your truck with you, you would have had the tools probably. Yeah. Get that on.
Oh,
There it is. Phil Morris. Do it, Albert. You got people saying, get him to ask about the bus trip. Uh-oh. Tell me about the bus trip.
trip on the way home from Michigan, the worst trip
Apparently.
I ever made.
Yeah,
let's
what
hear it.
happened?
I would love to hear it.
I was sick the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that ain't no damn good story.
I was going to say, Penny, what's he leaving out here?
Tell it, Paul. So what happens to the bus
What are you
trip?
leaving out?
Terrible. No, it
Nothing.
was terrible. 3 days of hell from Detroit, Michigan to Atlantic City. On a bus.
It's 3 days.
3 days.
Oh,
trip.
Oh, my. Ugh. In the bus the whole time?
No,
Basically? No.
no. They'd stop,
Please stop.
wait for another bus.
Oh, you gotta get on that one. Oh,
About 10 different
but I
buses.
mean, you guys didn't stop at a hotel. Yeah, it was bus to bus to bus to bus.
I got
my
tears in
God.
my eyes.
I'm thinking we gotta have Penny on one night just to have her tell that story.
Oh my
Because
God.
I'm thinking, Penny, you can tell me if I'm wrong, but I'm thinking there's some things missing from this bus trip
Oh my
story.
God.
All right.
The conversations me and Paul have
William.
when we're working all day.
William Russell joined. Hello, William. Thank you for joining us,
Oh,
man.
my God.
Appreciate it. Oh, man.
The conversations that me and him have throughout the day, working,
Yeah.
meeting people, doing jobs. Listen, since I got Paul here,
Since
I'll
we
tell
got
a couple
here,
stories since we got a little bit
we
of
got
time.
about 5 minutes, 10 minutes, then we got to wrap up.
Paul, tell him about the dude's house we did with the bats.
Don't tell me where it's at. I don't want to know.
Lord.
Bats? Oh.
14, 15 bats coming out of the roof.
Really?
Everywhere.
Were you
No.
like, I would
No.
be aiming that
No.
power washer
No,
at him.
John.
Yeah.
John, we did a woman's. I'm sorry, we did a guy's house
Yeah.
down near the shore.
Yeah.
He had a bat sanctuary. His wife made
Ah.
it wrap.
That one.
Oh, that one. That's a completely different
She
one than
made
the
the
other
top
one.
of their house, big, beautiful 2-story. That was a big, giant, like 3-story house.
Yeah.
They had the big half moon, so
Yeah.
the sunlight and the moonlight would hit in. The guy, should I do the voice, Paul?
Go ahead. What to do? Uh-oh.
He
More
said,
boardwalk.
he said, my nickname's Boardwalk.
Oh,
He
what's your
said,
nickname?
my nickname's Boardwalk. He said, my wife's got a bat sanctuary up in the roof, and them fellers got the rascals all over, and they got bat droppings everywhere.
The
Who the hell? That's what he's calling them. He was calling them bats rascals. Yeah, and I'm looking at Paul. He fed Paul. He tried to get Paul drunk. He gave him a warm Budweiser.
Oh.
And then he tried to take. Paul did such a nice job power washing his house. He would take him for a ride on his dune buggy. Ask him about it, John. Ask him about it.
I don't think I have to. You got the whole picture. Paul's supposed to do it pretty much.
He said,
Sums it up.
Paul, you want it? Paul,
Oh, you won't take a ride on my
Paul, do
dude
the
buggy?
voice. He does it better. Paul, do the voice.
Go ahead.
Can't do the voice.
Do the voice. He's like, hey, you know,
You
Paul, I'm
want to take
starting
a
to
ride on my dune buggy?
I'm starting to think, Paul, that guy was trying to perform the Jersey Shore version of Deliverance.
I believe
Get in the
so.
dune buggy and he's going to go, you
Listen,
sure do have a pretty mind.
Listen, he talks just like that. He talks just like and me and Paul. Listen, we can't say, we're trying to be PG on here.
Yeah.
The,
Well, you guys are.
listen,
I've violated that really bad.
the shit we see, you wouldn't believe. The things people say, I mean, it would blow. You would laugh your ass off. The shit we
But
see.
you're right.
Oh my
I
God.
bet. Oh, the
Who the hell
bat.
has a bank
The
sanctuary?
bat sanctuary. That's
My wife's got a bunch of bat shit
That's
up
like-
there, clean. And
That's like.
I didn't think the guy, I thought I was taking him serious. This bitch was stone cold
I was
serious.
gonna say he was probably serious.
I'm gonna get on up there and clean everything, buckaroo.
Tell you, let me get. Wait a minute. We got more. We got one more. Jimmy Church joined. Hey, Jimmy, I'll probably see you tomorrow sometime. How about the house with the huge spiders you did?
Oh, Cedarville.
Cedar.
That's our neck of the woods.
Yeah.
Oh my God. They look like Jurassic Park.
Hey, there's Dave Dudley, Dave D, who I told you about. It's going to be January 18th.
Can't wait to, hey, Dave, can't wait to meet you,
A couple
buddy.
guys are coming out here. We got some people coming to the show. Dave coming out to see you, man. So that's good. It's January 18th, guys. Like I said, it's going to be $10 online, $15 at the door, and all the good stuff you can think of. It's going to be a real fun show.
God, tears
There's
in my
another one
eyes.
here too.
Oh my God.
Albert, tell the guys about your buddy with the snake sanctuary. And another one. And the bat sanctuary. Now you got the snake. Just in case,
a buddy of mine's
one
got a
second. This
snake.
is my friend Albert Casper and his co-worker and my newest.
My man Paul.
Merritt.
Paul Merritt.
These guys work with Casper Power Washing, and we're regaling in a couple of stories about some nightmare things.
I can tell you all night, but there ain't enough time in the day to make
Well,
you
considering we
12
only got
years.
about 5 minutes left,
Yeah,
8
it's
minutes
fine.
left.
Yeah.
But what about the snake sanctuary? You got to tell me that because
my buddy,
Alex
my buddy,
Penny did.
all the guys that
Oh no, it wasn't. Alex.
all the guys that work in the prison with me.
Yeah.
A buddy of mine's house got infested with snakes. And he put pictures on Facebook like a year or two ago.
Mhm.
And I love the dude. I mean, the dude's like a brother to me.
Right.
And he's taking pictures, and he had like a no lie. He had like a 10-foot snake in his house.
Oh,
She
jeez.
took pictures of it. Ask Paul tell you.
Right, but I mean, it wasn't a pet 10-foot snake.
No,
it was a came into the house looking to be a cat.
No,
snake.
John.
Climbed up the corner of the wall.
You come in the house, it was up in the corner of the wall. He
Are
heard
you
it,
serious?
he heard it like hissing or whatever it does. And he ducked and he ran into it. Was
Well,
in
I
his
would have ran
washroom.
somewhere too, because
Man, listen.
you know what? I ain't a fan of snakes. Okay?
No.
Snakes
No.
and rats. The only thing good about a snake is it'll eat a rat. That's about the
This-
Then after it's done eating the rats,
Like
then
I
I gotta
said,
kill the son of a bitch.
The best. This like obviously this has been the best year, but the most like the weirdest stuff this year. Me and Paul seemed like we did a guy's house with all the bats.
Right.
I've never seen that many bats come out of somebody's house in my life.
That's funny. That's funny.
The snakes at my buddy's house, but
Bats in the belfry for
go
real.
get up there and get them
Ooh,
bats in
my
the
wife-
sanctuary.
My wife's got a bat sanctuary. Well, she got bats in the belfry there, cuz I think.
Shoo.
So there we go. We're going to wrap it up. It's been a lot of fun. Want to thank Albert Casper
That's
from
right.
Casper's Power Washing over here. Get
That's
down
right.
with the ghost,
Got
baby.
to. Come on, people. You want your house done right. Call me. I got you. Free estimate.
There you go.
Bring
It's
Paul.
an infomercial.
Bring Paul. This is infomercial part.
It's
Bring
an
Paul.
infomercial.
I'll get those decks cleaned.
Yeah,
You
there
get
you
that
go.
definitely,
There you go. How can you beat that? How can you beat that?
Hey, I know some friends that they'll go out and build a deck just so he'll come over and clean it. That's the
It
kind of
happens.
guys they are.
Let it get dirty.
That'll get
Cody
dirty.
be out there
Cody be out there
getting it.
getting it on. Hey,
Josh
friend
Suey,
of mine-
baby.
Friend of mine helped us out.
Josh
Suey.
Suey.
Thanks, Josh. Appreciate all your help. Drive home
You're
safe.
welcome.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. See
Okay.
you guys. Have a
Of
great
course,
Great
you don't
night.
wonder that why people say. I do it all the
That's
time.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Of course, you know
It's
what
your
I'm
show.
saying.
You're supposed to do whatever you
Oh,
want.
that's true. Good. Damn it.
You're on the Public John with John
Yeah.
Harris, people. Come on.
This guy needs his own show. He
No,
needs
no,
to call
no.
Wildfire Radio,
No.
call and get his own
No.
show because he's doing all right.
You doing you
Great job, guys. Thanks, Penny. Thank you for giving me a couple stories. And I think I gotta have you on. I would say with Paul, but actually I think more with Albert because at least between the two of you, we can get some more stories.
listen,
Paul, Paul's already sweating it. He's like, oh, jeez, oh,
I've
man.
known this dude my whole life. I ain't never heard that story.
That Detroit
shit is the
ATM
best.
story is awesome. I love that thing. An armed guard turns around, looks at you. Don't open that door.
Don't
Don't
open that door,
steal
don't
the
steal
ATM.
the ATM.
I gotta go. Bye.
Here I am, power washing like an idiot. I got an
A guy with a gun in Detroit.
I got an ATM security guard work with me. My next door neighbor, an ATM
Oh,
security
it's
guard.
beautiful, man. Margie says it was fun. Thanks, it was a great show, guys. Thank you, Penny. Thanks to everybody that listens. Remember, you can find us at wildfireradio.com. Type in The Public John in the search field. Facebook.com live The Public John. This show will also be on YouTube probably tomorrow. So you can watch the video version of this thing if you want to see us again. Or we're going to be on iTunes, Google Play, wildfireradio.com, Facebook Live / The Public John. All kinds of places. We'll have a show later this week. Or actually probably next week, early next week after the Colts-Chiefs game.
There you
Where
go.
a little bitter rivalry with
That's
my
right.
friend Billy
Can't
Smith. The
wait.
Colts.
Remember the picks, people.
Colts
Get back
fans.
to John Harris.
We're we're basically picking New Orleans and Kansas City right now, but there are some differences a little bit. Actually, one guy says Chargers. I apologize, but the majority thinks New Orleans, Kansas City, and New Orleans wins. But could be right. Could be New Orleans, San Diego, which then would prove the NFL conspiracy is true.
Hey, it's rigged, bro.
It's rigged.
It's rigged.
You know,
Too many penalties.
at that point, I might as well go out and bet on
You
highlight.
can't. They won't let defenses be defenses anymore.
Oh, Penny says she's got a lot more stories about you,
That's
Paul, that she's
that's
going to
enough.
tell later.
That's enough.
No,
She's
Penny,
sassing.
Penny,
She's sassing.
Penny, you got to tell these stories on air. You got to come out with Albert, not with Paul, because he's going to try and shut you up the whole time. He's going to go stop. But you got to come out with Albert, and we got to talk some stories here.
Dude, I got tears.
Paul, you can come out and sit in the audience if you want. But I get the feeling you probably won't want
And
to.
listen,
I think that's one night Paul ain't gonna watch.
He's
either,
gonna watch,
you know what
but
I'm
he's gonna be this summer
Uh,
signing autographs as Cody
Oh,
for
man.
the kids.
Man, that's funny. Let's get out of here while we can. Alicia Cooper says, you play us from the Himalayas.
Yes,
Say
play.
goodnight, yo.
That's
So we're going to say goodnight.
Good night.
Thank you to Paul Merritt.
No
Thanks
problem.
for coming in, buddy.
No
And
problem. It's a
even though you may not have said much, you did say some quality stuff. I will.
I hate to tell you this, but we're gonna go get ATMs from Princeton all
To
the way
Detroit.
to Newport right now, and we're taking over Detroit.
Oh,
We're taking over Chicago. We're taking over Philadelphia.
We're
Woo!
getting-
There's
we're
a
going to
flare.
Kansas.
Woo! It's going down. Himalaya from the players. Or the players from the Himalayas.
You can't say something right. I wrote that shit and I can't remember.
Yeah.
Albert Casper from
All right.
Casper's Power Washing. Thank you, sir, for
Thank
being
you.
here.
I appreciate it.
Appreciate
We're doing
the
it again
friendship.
soon.
Our very first sponsor as well. So thanks to Albert Power Washing. If you're in South Jersey, you got a power washing need, car, boat, house, whatever the hell it is.
Anything, call me.
Anything, give
I'll
them
give you a
call.
price on anything.
And
Either one.